If your breakfast's been feeling a bit boring, make this. Black beans, crispy tostada, avocado, fried eggs. You'll love this wake-up call. Hi everyone, welcome back to Happivore Live. This is the first of the Cook with Private Chef Thinking series. As a private chef, my job is to constantly create. Unlike restaurants changing menu by seasons, we change it daily. So when making breakfast like sausage and egg, every day isn't gonna cut it. The clients notice. Creativity is something what the client expects. I know this client like anything with tostada just like me. So today I'm gonna show you a dish that is made from that using canned beans that will deliver real flavors and you won't even notice. Let's get cooking. So we're gonna start off with a neutral oil. Currently I like this one. And then we're gonna saute onions first. We don't need to color it. A little salt. Once it's like semi-translucent, we'll add the jalapeno. How spicy you want depends how spicy you can take. Garlic. You can smell the grassy jalapeno part, so we want to cook that off. Then we'll add paprika, cumin, and let it bloom. Then the black beans. Add a little salt again. We're building flavors layer by layer. Then we add water. Bring it boil and let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes so that the flavor will, how do you say that word? M-E-L-D. Melt. Actually, one way is also to taste what I do. Taste the liquid. If it's not salty enough, just add more salt. And we simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. So while the beans cook, you have time. We can do the shallots, a quick pickle. I'll call this a lazy pickle. This kind of pickle is only gonna last you a day for the lunch or dinner you're doing. So basically, you just cut it thin. Add the red wine vinegar. I prefer it. It's not so sharp. And what it does, it mellows down the sharpness of the shallot, tastes a bit more delicate, and adds some brightness to it as well. This is one quick way to do it. And for one more fresh crunchy layer, I'm shaving a few radishes really thin, then into ice water to keep them crisp. So at around 10 minutes, it will be like this. If it's too dry in between, add a little bit more water. Then we're ready to transfer into the food processor and blend it. Then we're gonna add in the cilantro. So you can see the texture. It's smooth but not like velvet silky smooth. I'm gonna taste test and explain to you what you should be looking for. So it's supposed to be smooth, but you can feel little bites of the cilantro and the onions as well. And at the back end, you will get the jalapeno heat. So that is what you're looking for. I've been cooking this way for years because I love cooking and love eating, of course. These videos are just me sharing that to you, not to give you a gimmick recipe and then you go try it and then it fails. I tested a lot of recipes online and it wasted my time, and my time is more precious, and I know time is very important for you. So if you like this kind of cooking, please like and subscribe, and I hope you're gonna gain more knowledge or maybe save some time in your cooking at home to feed yourself and your family. I'm gonna cook the tostada. For me, I like blue corn. There's a unique flavor to the blue corn, that's why I like it. This is the one from Hacienda. We'll just fry it. Have a baking sheet and wire rack ready, and a paper towel as well. So we're gonna start frying. The blue corn tortilla, from my experience, takes longer to cook. It's also because it's harder to see because it's dark blue. So it's harder to see when it's cooked and not cooked compared to, let's say, if it's a flour tortilla or yellow corn. Let's say if you cook it and you take it out, it's still not cooked, put it back into the oil to cook it. It feels crispy already. And then take it out. Drain on the kitchen towel first. Salt. And then let it rest. Now we're gonna fry the eggs. No breakfast is complete without eggs. That's the universal truth and everyone agrees. I'm gonna aim for a crispy white, egg white, and then a runny yolk. Then we have a tablespoon of oil. Aim for hot so that the egg white will psh. And then once it's almost set, I'm gonna throw the yolk in and kind of base. So you can see the white is fully cooked, crispy on the edges, and I'm just adding a bit more oil on top of the yolk to let the residual heat to kind of cook it, and done. So we have all the components for the tostada here, but before I start plating, I want to let you know the recipes of everything is on Substack, so it's at the link down below. So any question you have, write to me, I'll answer to you. Now we're gonna do the tostada. So this is the crunchy base. Then we're gonna have black bean puree. I have a tablespoon. Smear it towards the outer, almost like the outer has a bigger serving, but a hollow center. And then we're gonna have the avocados. Avocados are pre-cut. I like it not too thin, because if it's too thin, everything will eat the same in the sense whereby it will be too close to the puree texture. Then we're gonna have the eggs. We're gonna add pickled shallots, brighten up the base of everything. I like the tweezer work. I have fat fingers, that's all I can say. And then a little bit of radish, dunked in ice water. Then it will be more crisp. Simple things that you can do that can instantly amp up how a dish would look like. And then some cilantro. And lastly, chili oil. This is my homemade chili oil. You can use whichever chili oil you like the most. So you can see, this is how I plate for my client. Their eyes eat first before anything else, because I know they like pretty things, and when I do something nice, they will like have a big reaction, which I like it. And finish with a little bit of flaky salt, especially on the avocado, because that's the part we didn't add salt to. We are taking extra steps here because we deserve something nice. That's part of the job. Alright, now that I've fed the eyes, I'm gonna feed myself now. Can't wait to dig in. I'm gonna take a little bit of everything. This is so good. Crunchy, first bite. Then you have the creaminess of the bean. Then the fattiness of the avocado comes in. The shallot swim past. This is really a fun breakfast. I don't know about you, but I love this kind of breakfast. And it's so slim. I hope you give this recipe a try. And remember, the recipe is on Substack. The next one that's gonna come up is also gonna be using the base of this black bean. So stay tuned for the next one. Keep cooking and see ya!